Kay remembered as a child going to Sunday school every Sunday with her brother and sister. They would attend children's church while her parents attended the adult class. After Sunday school, everyone would come together in the sanctuary for the main service. Parents would reunite with their children, sing hymns, read the scriptures, pray, and then dismiss to the side chapel where refreshments would be served. Kay reflected fondly on these memories and remembered how secure she felt in knowing that there was someone so great and powerful always watching over her. She prayed every night as a child and believed in her heart that her prayers were heard. Kay was doing great. She was confident, socializing, connecting like a boss with Marcus Jr., and in love with her husband. But something was still missing. Kay realized that she had become so caught up in her new life that she was forgetting the one important element that she clung to tightly as a child. The thing that she knew had allowed her to experience life as an adult, helped her overcome obstacles, connect with people, solve problems, avoid pitfalls, and become all that she had become. She dusted off her Bible that sat on her nightstand, now more as a coaster than anything else, and flipped to a psalm. The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life, of whom shall I be afraid? Kay realized that on some level she was resenting God for allowing the changes in her life to happen that were contrary to her plan. She was fearful about taking Marcus Jr. to church and maybe a little embarrassed that her child did not look and act like the children she remembered from her days of children's church. But when she read and reread the psalm, she reminded herself that she had not been abandoned, but was actually guided through the difficult times by the God that she had grown up loving and trusting.
Welcome back. Trust the power is greater than your own. Remember, you're not alone. Many parents on the spectrum, or should I say with children on the spectrum, are struggling to adjust their dreams and expectations not only for themselves, but also for their beloved children. Yet through this painful process, many parents seek answers through their faith. And these parents find that they're better able to handle their anger, doubts, fears, grief through leaning on their faith. Take Diane, for example. Diane's a parent with a child on the spectrum, and she publicly shares her struggles. Now, with Diane's son reaching adulthood, she uses her experiences to encourage parents of children with special needs, autism, IDD, Down syndrome. She tells others about God's unbreakable promises, limitless power, and loving faithfulness. Diane assures people that God gives us permission to grieve when we experience the death of a dream, an expectation, a way, or a season of life. Matthias A.L., or Matthias and Friends in 2019, reported that within the Muslim community, female caregivers in the family actually experience higher levels of stress when engaging in caregiving activities. The caregiver endeavor has long term effects on Muslim caregivers. It has effects on their self esteem, hope for the future, social engagement, and emotional well being. While many predominantly female caregivers encounter obstacles related to disability issues, Islamic religious texts, for example, the Quran, the Hadith, and other scholarly sources, address the issue of disability in very positive ways, stressing that no blame should ever be assigned to anyone for being disabled. These sources also stress that individuals with disabilities and their caregivers should be treated with the utmost kindness and respect. And furthermore, these religious sources also provide examples of how to address the needs of someone who lives with a disability and requires assistance. The role of the caregiver is highlighted in early Muslim history, and religiously and ethically speaking, in Islam, disability has been regarded as a positive condition where a person who needs some form of assistance is no less than any other person, and where his or her abilities, should not define that person, but should be viewed in a positive way. Similarly, the role of the caregiver is also considered sanctified in Muslim sources, as it relates to the notion of service to others, which is considered both a virtue ethic and an applied ethic in Islam. Please, please, please remember, you are not alone. Cling to your faith, your beliefs, and also your community with every fiber of your being. Many parents find that their faith sees them through the long and some of the very, very lonely seasons. Your spiritual life is crucial, but you need people to find support through online forums, local autism support groups, have a play date with the mom you always chat with in the waiting room at therapy. Just don't do this alone. You don't have to walk this journey alone. Walk in the awareness this month and every month that there is always, always support. Guys, listen, I'd really love to hear from you. So please go ahead and drop a comment below. Give me a thumbs up and of course, subscribe. Additionally, if you really want to skip ahead and don't want to wait for the next chapter or the conclusion of How to Slay Every Spectrum Day, go ahead and buy the book. It's available on Amazon and you'll find a link below in the comment box. With that being said, I wish you peace, I wish you prosperity, and I wish you all the very, very best on your wonderful and amazing journey. Until next time, this is Dr. J saying goodbye.